Today's episode, we're diving headfirst into the battle between England's Sharks and Minnows in the Carabao Cup, where we would have some upsets in this year's round of 16. I'm Redbeard, joined by my all-time partner in crime, Targo.
How's it going, guys?
This is an all-new episode of Brews and Banter FC, and it starts right now. How's it going, man?
What's up, man? Good. How are you?
I'm doing freaking-tastic.
What are you drinking, more importantly?
I'm drinking Snow Gaze, the new cold IPA from No Lie. Just came out this week. Very excited.
And how is it? Give us a taste.
You know, it's very smooth for an IPA, but it's very hoppy. Like, very, very hoppy. Yeah. Yeah.
You can keep that one then.
Yeah, 6 out of 10 probably. Maybe 6.5. Yeah. It's very hoppy, it's light for an IPA, so I think it's good. 6.5%.
I was just about to ask you that. You read my mind.
Yep. What are you drinking?
I got Drew Brew, Hefeweizen.
Hey, straight out of Yakima.
Straight out of Yakima. So I did have a sip as I was pouring. I may have poured a little too quickly and had a little foam come out of the mug, but I'll give it another sip that's not foam. I like that.
Yeah. I've had that one before.
It's light, but it's got good flavor.
Good. Yeah, it's very good.
I feel like with Hefs, man, they can either be hit or miss, too.
Yeah, I think it all depends on how much hops get used, because, like, Widmer's is not very good.
Oh, I love Widmer's.
Pyramids, remember that? Pyramids Hefeweizen?
I think I like both of those.
Yeah, Pyramids was delicious. Drew Brews is great.
A little slice of lemon.
Yep, right at the end.
Picked it up a notch. I'd give this a solid 8.
Yeah? Too bad you don't have a slice of lemon to put in there. Be all fancy.
I am not fancy. I am not fancy.
So we had a tournament midweek called the Carabao Cup that most people really don't care about. But, you know, we wanted to cover it, and it was a round of 16.
It's a
trophy,
the
first match we had. Hey, it's a trophy, and it's a trophy in England, and it's one that generally you'll see the lower teams doing something against the bigger teams. But to start out, we're going to start with two minnows in a giant pond of Mansfield Town and Port Vale, as Alfie Devine provided a clinical touch as the League One side Port Vale defeated League Two side Mansfield Town, advancing to the quarterfinals, where I thought they would have a chance to play one of the big boys, but no, they get stuck playing Middlesbrough.
Because they won.
Mansfield plays Wrexham in the FA Cup on Saturday. If anyone wants to watch that, it's on ESPN+.
Ooh. Will we see Deadpool at the stadium?
Probably. And then we had Exeter City against Middlesbrough. I watched this match. Holy crap. Was this exciting to watch. In what was a surprisingly thrilling match, Michael Carrick's Middlesbrough triumphed with some golazos. Like, seriously, you should see the highlights, Targo. Brilliant individual
play. We're not
play.
Available, so I'll have to look for him. I'll admit, out of the Carabao Cup games, I watched one game.
That's okay. Most people don't care about most of these games. But Exeter City scored on their only 2 shots on target as Middlesbrough win off of a penalty kick in the 89th minute. And then we had Chelsea against Blackburn as Chelsea run out comfortable winners 2-0 in a match that, with better finishing, they probably could have scored 6 or 7.
I did see the highlights for this one, yeah.
Yeah, Benoit Badiashile got his first ever goal for the Blues, coming back from injury after a cross by Conor Gallagher, and then Raheem Sterling got his name on the score sheet in the 59th minute.
Yeah, the Raheem Sterling one was pretty much a gift. Blackburn tried playing out of the back. Got caught. Right outside their own 18, pretty much.
How do you
And,
expect Sterling to finish it?
Yeah, and then watching these highlights, man, it was all on one side of the field where Chelsea are just shooting on Blackburn's goal. Blackburn had one shot on target.
Yeah. Craziness. Next up, we had two relegation strugglers in the Premier League this season, Everton and Burnley. And Everton wiped the floor with Burnley in this one, piling more pressure on Vincent Kompany as his tumultuous start to the season continues, hammering them 3-0. And it was not close from the first minute.
Burnley can't score goals. Don't know what to tell you, man. They suck. They can't score. They can't keep a clean sheet. They
can't even move the ball forward. They had one shot on target against Everton.
What happened to them, man? I mean, one shot on target against Everton. Say that again.
One shot on target against Everton. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. And we had Ipswich Town against Fulham as Fulham comfortably defeated the championship side 3-1 in a match where the London side rested much of their starters and really never looked like losing, as Ipswich Town scored pretty much in the 80th minute. Consolation goal. All right, into the ones people actually cared about. This one, kind of. Bournemouth against Liverpool. Liverpool dominated this match, but it took a wonder goal on a windy night in Bournemouth for them to advance to the quarterfinals. Cody Gakpo would put them in the lead in the 31st minute. After he was hit by a shot, the goalie parried it right back to him, and he tapped it in.
So I watched the highlights on this one, yeah, and the shot came in, but it looks like he tries to hit it on goal. Like he moves his foot towards the ball and tries to do something with it. It was a fantastic save by the goalkeeper.
It was.
Off that deflection. And yeah, Gakpo just there to clean it up.
Justin Kluivert would level for the Cherries in 64th minute, getting his first Bournemouth goal. I think it's his second, but
it was his first.
Really? I thought he scored in the Premier League. But anyways, Darwin Núñez continued his hot form to win the match for Liverpool just 6 minutes later. And I just want to talk about his first touch real quick, since you saw it.
Hold on.
What a donkey of a touch. Holy crap.
Donkey touch.
When I saw he literally goes to settle it. He goes to settle it, and the ball goes like 30 yards past him.
He misses the ball. He missed it. But it was funny because I read your notes. I was like, donkey touch? What does he mean by that? And so I had to watch the highlights of it. I started laughing. But then he makes up for it instantly.
Yeah. What a goal, though, man. Holy crap. I don't know if the wind helped with that, but either way.
Oh, for sure, probably did.
What a strike. From the edge of the 18 over the goalie, curled it in. And yeah, the wind was nuts in this game.
So yeah, when I was watching the highlights, there was a corner, and that corner flag's just going like a windshield wiper.
Imagine trying to take a corner with a corner flag doing that in front of you.
I know. And then the guy took the corner and he almost scored from it because the wind caught it and it took it towards the goal. Joe Gomez had to be there to clear it off the line.
Not to mention it was a torrential downpour in that match as well. So just to make things worse, that's like a game that is nightmares for players.
So yes, I will give the win an assist for that Darwin Núñez goal.
Yeah. And then we had West Ham and Arsenal.
I'm glad I didn't watch this game.
I did. And I'm glad that it's over. Because for the third year running, Arsenal would let in 3 goals to be eliminated from the Carabao Cup. Remember Nottingham Forest in the all-white jerseys last season, 3-1 to Brighton. This year, 3-1 to West Ham. And quite honestly, it probably could have been 3-0 if it wasn't for a piece of Odegaard magic, I guess. It was a great finish.
Last kick of the ball, yep.
Yeah, literally the last kick of the game. West Ham would take the lead against the run of play through a Ben White own goal in the 16th minute. Jared Bowen hitting in the corner, forcing him to try to head the ball clear, but he knocked it into his own net. So for context, West Ham had 0 shots on goal up to this point, but we're up 1-0. How about the foul, though, on Aaron Ramsdale? If you saw it.
Soft. It was soft. I wouldn't.
Thomas
Honestly,
Suchek
Ben
was
White should have just
literally...
done better.
That I agree with. But...
That's the big problem.
Thomas
Ben White
Suchek was
completely
literally holding on to
header.
literally holding on to Ramsdale's jersey, preventing him from moving.
It wasn't that tough.
Unfortunately, there was
Ramsdale.
no VAR in this match, as there's no VAR until the semifinals. But let's be honest, VAR probably would have missed it anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
There you go. It doesn't matter.
West Ham, yeah, they went into the half with a lead. 0 shots on goal, 0 shots period, and Arsenal had every right to feel upset about it. However, they didn't do anything to help it.
Held down.
As West Ham would go 2-0 up in the 50th minute, after a wonderful 60-yard cross, finds Mohamed Kudus, and probably the best accidental touch I've ever seen, sets himself up for a wonderful finish. If you watch this replay, it literally hits one foot, goes under the other foot, and then comes back across his body. Like, he definitely didn't mean to do that.
When I saw the replay, I was like, oh, wow, what a fantastic. Like, it almost looks like he hits it with his outside of his left foot to cut it back inside into the goal.
That's what I thought. And then you see the replay.
His heel on his right foot.
It goes under his left foot.
Sets him up perfectly. And he finished it nicely. Great
finish. Yeah, right through Gabriel's legs. And then to make matters worse for Arsenal, the Hammers would make it 3-0 when Jared Bowen unleashes an absolute thunderbolt that goes straight at, well, essentially over the top of Aaron Ramsdale's head, but he can't do anything about it as he tries to save it, and it still goes in the net.
So it took a little deflection off, I think it was Kivior, but Ramsdale, dude, got a solid palm to this ball. Solid palm, and it goes through.
Yeah, it was an absolute
question marks, man.
Question marks. But I mean, he hasn't played in 2 months? Again.
Well, he'll play here in a couple of weeks when they play Brentford because David Raya can't play.
That is true. As we said earlier, substitute Martin Odegaard would get one back with the last kick of the ball, but honestly, Arsenal were poor going forward, and West Ham were absolutely clinical.
I mean, do you want to talk about the lineup? Fabio Vieira,
sure.
Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz only playing because Emile Smith-Rowe pulled up with a knee injury before the game, as he was named in the original starting lineup. Yeah, Reece Nelson on the right, Trossard on the left, Eddie Nketiah, who, I swear to God, Eddie Nketiah is a great player, but what he does is he tries to get a power up. Like, he sucks for a really long period of time, and then all at once, he's absolutely magical. Because
here's what I would say he's a frustrating player.
100%.
He's a very frustrating player.
100%.
Because there's times he's good, and then there's times sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
What he frustrates me the most on is his pressing, because it's half-assed. He never actually sprints at a defender. You watch him versus Gabriel Jesus,
man. You're too used to him.
I'm used to all of Arsenal's front line, and you get Nketiah in there, and you're just like, well, whatever, I guess we're not pressing today.
I blame it on those hideous jerseys.
I want to laugh. I do.
Well, let's move on to another game.
I'm afraid I'm going to sneeze, yeah. So we had Newcastle.
Make you laugh.
Yeah, Newcastle against Manchester United.
A repeat, man. Repeat of the final.
Rematch of the final. United made 7 changes to their starting lineup. Newcastle made 9 from their teams on the weekend. In a match Manchester United probably couldn't afford to lose. It went from bad to worse, losing their second straight home game. 3-0. 3-0.
This is the game I watched. I watched this one.
You weren't disappointed because Newcastle would find their opener through substitute Miguel Almiron in the 28th minute as he was subbed on in the 5th minute after a wonderful run by Livramento.
Oh, dude, this Livramento run was not fantastic. It was fucking spectacular. Yeah. So he steals the ball off Garnacho, gets past Garnacho and Reguilon, and then who does he go past in that midfield? He goes past another 2 players in that midfield.
Mount, and I think the other one was Lindelof. But yeah.
Goes past Mount, makes him look slow, and then plays a beautiful ball to Miggy Almiron, who has a great first touch, and then just sliding, lifts it over Onana. Yeah, great goal.
Yeah.
Dallo definitely got caught ball watching, though. Like, he's jogging back, and then you see Miggy Almiron sprinting behind him, past him. If he would have just, like, sprinted versus jogged, he would have intercepted that ball, but...
Oh, you mean paid attention?
Yeah, paid attention. There you go.
Lewis Hall, we get his first goal
Played defense? A defender played defense? I don't know.
That's a good one. We'll get into that later. Lewis Hall will get his first goal for Newcastle, piling on more pressure to Erik ten Hag, making it 2-0 just 8 minutes later with a wonderful volley.
That was a good volley.
Mm-hmm. And then on his return to the starting lineup, Joe Willock. Go, my man. Will make it 3 for Newcastle with a delightful finish after Joelinton caught Amrabat on the ball. Joe Willock would pick up the ball, dribbling unchallenged, and place it into the bottom corner, surrounded by 5 United defenders.
Bro, he dribbled like 30, 40 yards. Like, he dribbled from the pretty much halfway line to the top of the 18.
Nobody even pressed him. No one tried to tackle him. You just see the United defenders essentially like this. He runs past them, and they just go like this, and then in the back of the net.
Passed it into the back of the net, too. Beautiful finish.
Near post as well. Yeah.
Just as United were finally starting to get some momentum, too. Like, it looked like they were almost about to start creating some chances, and then they get caught.
Oh, no, we suck again. It pretty much sums up United's season. Though much changed, United probably looked worse in this match than they did against City, and they could not create anything, having only 2 shots on goal. So.
And like one of them was like a Mason Mount. It was a decent shot, but he was all of like 30 yards out.
Yeah. So we got quarterfinal fixtures as follows. Everton host Fulham, Chelsea host Newcastle, Port Vale host Middlesbrough, and Liverpool host West Ham.
Bro, Newcastle. They have to beat Man City. They beat Man United. Now they got to go to Chelsea. Watch, they're going to face Liverpool next.
At least for the Chelsea match, it's an easier opposition.
I don't know.
Than City. I won't say that for Man United. Anyways, with that, Targo.
So yeah, that brings us to the end of this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Huge upset as West Ham beat Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. And make sure you guys are following us on our TikTok, Instagram, join our Facebook group. Of course, check out our Redbubble account, get the sweet merch. On that note, we love you guys. Thank you so much. As always, cheers.